Please protect your kids, folks. Please understand what's happening here. I would like to know why Officer Chow felt that it was necessary to have any kind of physical contact with my son.
Okay, your son actually brought it up to that level of escalation.
How did he bring it up to that level of escalation? What did he do?
Okay, he was being detained as a Baker Act.
Mm-hmm.
We have to evaluate him for his mental status.
So the officer informed him that he was being Baker Acted, placed his hands upon my son, at which time my son began to fight back.
No, not at all.
I was going to get Baker Acted, I walked away, and then it happened to escalate.
And then they grabbed you or whatever?
Yeah, basically he said he was attempting to walk away, so Officer Chow had to stop him from walking away because at that point in time he's detained and he can't freely leave school and or any other area, and that turned into physical altercation.
You want to tell me what's going on?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because he was harming himself yesterday.
How's he harming himself? Define harming himself for me, please.
He stabbed himself with a pencil until it was bleeding. There was blood all over yesterday. I just want him to be okay. I just want him to be with him.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Y'all, the school, the resource officer, escalate. situations that don't need to be escalated when things could be handled with a simple phone call to me. Now, leaving a message on my cell phone when I am not able to answer it is not communicating with me. Asking me to return a phone call, and when I do, no one answers it or returns that call is not communicating with me. And now I'm stuck in this situation where the state is once again kidnapping my son against my will. That's what Baker acting is.
But he attacked an officer. He was okay. When we were talking with the officer, he was okay. And then he got angry and attacked the officer and would not stop.
What is attack the officer? Did he swing on the officer, or did the officer put his hands on him first?
I don't know who touched him first.
So if your child in public school, behaves like a normal, living, breathing human soul, for that he will be beaten and thrown into a psych ward. Please protect your kids, folks. Please understand what's happening here.
Into law enforcement nowadays. And it's a nationwide trend. I've talked to sheriffs and police chiefs not only in the state but around the nation, and they're having problems hiring. We got a couple things working against us. Number one is when the economy is turning around, when it's doing well, a lot of people will go into the private sector because yes, you can make more money up front. And then secondly, everybody knows the anti-law enforcement sentiment that's been going on. So a lot of people aren't rushing into this profession. So we have that growth that we're trying to really... Yes?
Yes, I have two questions. Do you believe in free speech and the Constitution on your government-ran Facebook page?
Mr. Sheets, you know why you were banned. We have rules. You did not follow the rules.
All right.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I have an easy question. In Florida, can a consumer buy Narcan at a pharmacy? I know in other parts of the country they've allowed...
I don't think you can yet in Florida, but I believe, if I remember correctly, there is a bill up in Tallahassee right now. So they're trying to get it passed.
Thank you.
So, yes.
Sheriff, why was this citizen banned from your Facebook website? What's that all about?
He didn't follow the rules.
What rules did he break?
They're posted on our Facebook page. You're more than welcome to read it.
You wouldn't be able to share
Anybody
with
else?
us? You wouldn't be able to share with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, my question was not...
I'm talking to her. Yes,
I asked you
ma'am.
a question. You work for me, sir.
I don't work for you.
Yes,
Ma'am.
you do. Why did you ban this citizen?
Ma'am, what's your
You
question?
can't answer the question, Sheriff?
I think you've been asked and answered.
Why is it, your department is supposed to be keeping the peace, taking care of whatever. It doesn't seem right to me that you also have to take care of those who are mentally ill and those who are drug addicts. Why don't they open up a facility? I mean, you're going to have to hire more staff, and where are you going to put all these people? You said 60% between the...
Yeah,
That doesn't make
that's
sense.
what I'm telling you. That's been the question. Like I said, when the government can't seem to come up with answers, they push it off on us, and then it's up to us to try and figure it out.
No, that's not right.
Yes, sir.
I noticed this past year, I haven't seen much in the paper about grow houses, as far as finding grow houses and shutting them down. Is that still a problem?
It's decreased a lot, and that's basically because some of the legalization that's been going on in other states. We are seeing a lot of it being imported from these other states. Right now, you know who your biggest trafficker is in drugs? The United States Postal Service.
Just a follow-up question. What about meth? How do you find meth operations?
Just a lot of good investigation. We get some tip work and all that stuff. So.
Especially for building it.
Yeah, they are very explosive. You got to be very careful with them. We do have some people on our staff that are specially trained to take them apart because they are very, very explosive. Ma'am, you had a question?
Oh yeah, to follow up on this immigration situation.
If a Hispanic person were in an accident,
Can you speak just a little louder, please? We can really hear
if a
you.
Hispanic person, appearing person, were in an accident, it was clearly not their fault. Are you telling me that there would be no reason then that you would contact ICE?
No, I don't. We don't.
You don't what?
We don't contact ICE on that.
But I'll talk to you after.
Okay. Because remember, right now, we don't have the, it's the federal government's responsibility, and also they have jurisdiction over immigration. We as local law enforcement do not. So when we take somebody in on a local crime, local charges, we have custody of them and we will notify ICE. But yeah, I'll talk to you afterwards because I don't know what you're talking about.
Sheriff, I'd like to ask you another question.
No, sir. Anybody else?
My family and members of this crowd have went to war defending freedom and the right to
And I thank you for your service. Yes,
We'd
ma'am.
like you to answer the question.
My husband and I have snowbirds, and we're down here 6, 7, 8 months. He's down here, and we're very grateful to have a police station right in the wood now. Anyway, we're over in Rotunda, on Rotunda Circle, and we noticed last year, I think the speed limits were like 30, and now we came back this year, and I can't remember. It's when they were changed to 35, so now it's 35.
Yeah, that is up to the county. They set the speed limits. We don't. They usually come out and they have their engineers do studies with traffic and speed, and then they determine the proper speed. Because I also notice on Boundary they lowered the speed limit. Yes, that used to be 45.
And I noticed that this same thing. It's 30 miles an hour there, but I wondered why it was 30 there and 35 on our side. But if you don't have anything to do with it.
No, I don't have anything to do that. We don't set it. We just enforce it.
How do we do as citizens in our
You can reach out. You can reach out to your county commissioner. I don't know if you guys ever have Bill speak to you guys. Yeah, Bill Truex will come and speak to your group. But you can reach out to him individually, or you can invite him to one of these sessions like he did me, and ask him to kind of give you an overview of the county and also voice your concerns. But either way, you can contact his office or.
Because our road is so narrow, and
Yeah.
there are no
Yeah, there's no sidewalks over there.
There's no place to walk. We do walk on the roads, but I mean we have to get off sometimes and let the traffic jets and so on.
So I never noticed they raised Rotunda Circle to 35 from 30.
They go 50 and 60 through there.
All the other
Okay. Well, I know we've been getting a lot of complaints of speeders over there, and I know Chris has been having his staff out there as much as we can. That's one of the biggest complaints we get countywide is regard to traffic. So.
Who's Chris?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Williams.
Oh, because Rotunda West, I mean, this has been going on for years. We'll advise you to call the police. So I don't think Truex is involved at all. I mean, give you a story.
Find out.
He's not going to.
Well, when it comes to setting the speed limits, that is the county function. I have nothing to do with that. Now, I can make some recommendations to them, but they are going to do their studies and side with what their engineer
No,
says.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we are advised to call the police.
They're speeders, yes.
Well, yeah, with the speeders, you're absolutely right. That's what they're going to say, because that's what we do. We have to enforce that. So, yeah. No, and he will tell you that. Anybody else?
You have a question in the back. What are you afraid of, Sheriff? Why can't you answer all citizens?
All I'm going to ask is about intelligence of policing, that's all.
Here's the venue. American Legion Hall, people died and bled for free speech, and he's trying to restrict
Correct.
it. Please, Wake up,
He
people.
answered the question. He
It's-
didn't like his answer.
No, he works for us. He is supposed to answer all questions.
I'm asking about intelligence policing. What are you using for software and hardware?
Yeah, why don't you be civil, Sheriff, and answer the question? Why did you ban a citizen? Drop it. What are you afraid of, Sheriff?
Follow the directions, I'll say.
Who's got your tongue?
Intelligence policing. What are you using for software and hardware? That's all I'm asking.
We've got a lot of different
No, I'm
programs.
having it right here in this public meeting.
That's all I'm asking.
Try to force me
That's
out.
all I'm asking.
This is rude. You and he together is rude.
Yeah, and you're all on video.
This is supposed to be
denying
America.
Free speech.
Oh, sue me.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
We thank you. I'm Al Bickle, President of Neighborhood Watch. I appreciate you all coming. I'm sure that some of you might have some additional questions. The sheriff might be around for a few minutes afterwards, but there are some refreshments in the back, and stay around and enjoy the refreshments. And thank you all for coming.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. American
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Please do.
I'm not going to tell you.
No free speech.
Oh my God. It is free speech. Transparency in government. If a government official won't answer a question, why they banned a citizen, something's wrong. You have a definite agenda. You got free speech.
That's not it.
Freedom.
That is not it.
Freedom. Have you ever heard of freedom?
I understand freedom. What's the freedom about?
This gentleman over here has been banned from posting on the Facebook page of Charlotte County Government Sheriff's Department.
Is he in violation of the rules?
I wanted to know. The sheriff refused to answer.
It's not
That was
about
the question. Well, why wouldn't he answer the question? What's so difficult about the question?
What did you do on Facebook? What's the agenda? What is the problem?
We're in American Legion Hall. These men have died and bled for free speech.
I mean,
you
you obviously
people trampled on it.
Did you even serve? You don't look like a couple of jerks. There's nothing better to do in your time.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
I'll enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't been on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.